Welcome back to Brief Recess. We're going to do a deep dive under oath with everyone's favorite celebrity guest. Mm-hmm. You love her in the comments.
You do.
You love her in the streets.
They've been clamoring.
What?
Clamoring.
Please welcome our dear friend, Alyssa Misdemeanor Meyer.
That's not a good nickname.
It is, yeah. It's exactly...
Somebody who's never had a misdemeanor. I want to make that very clear.
Well, I'm reserving the right for any future litigation.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are my lawyer, so that makes sense. Yes.
I am your lawyer. Oh,
yes.
wait, this is great. We've got like an actual client. This is wonderful.
Well, you've never actually, but I've never needed you. You're on retainer.
I'm fully retained in perpetuity.
Just in case, because something is bound to happen one day.
I paid you in lemon drops a little while ago.
One time, okay, so Alyssa is our good friend, and we asked her on the show. One time during the pandemic, we were all getting lunch because we were all in lockdown. We couldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And we're crossing the street. I'll never forget this.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
He does this all the time.
We're in the East Village. We're crossing to Tompkins Square Park.
Yeah.
Alyssa just walks into the street. Mélissa shrieks. She goes,
no recollection of this.
She said, "Get back here. You look both ways." Mélissa said, "The paperwork alone." The paperwork
that is true.
alone.
That is something you say a lot.
If you got run over, the paperwork alone would be arduous.
You know why? I'll tell you why. When I was in high school, I was going someplace with a bunch of friends, and one of the kids, the person that I was with, got hit by a bus. Now,
okay, well now this is such a story.
Let me be clear. He got hit by the bus, not super duper hurt, but it hit him in the shoulder and it kind of like knocked him over. And
he's okay.
He's fine. No, he's fine. No, he's fine. I had to call. Nobody wanted to be the one to call his parents. Right. So I had to do it.
No, and that would happen again.
And
that would happen again. Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Hi, Mrs. Smith. This is Mélissa Malebranche. I don't know, like he's fine, but you know, Dom got hit by a bus.
Dom
got hit by a bus, but he's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you know my mother would blame you somehow in one way or another.
My mom would want you to call. So Alyssa and my mother are very close friends.
I love her.
Yeah. Yes. Tipsy and Alyssa go way back.
We go way back.
She would want you to call.
Yeah. Well, I would find humor, I think, more.
I mean, it would depend, right? How bad is he hurt?
I still think I'd find humor.
Alyssa would be like, the bus driver was basically blind. Your son is so enormous.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Like, I don't know what happened. It definitely wasn't his fault, for sure. Yeah.
He wasn't drunk or anything.
No, it was nothing to do with it. Yes.
Yeah. The paperwork alone. And so I thought it would be fun if we did relationship advice.
Oh my God.
I think this could be really fun with Alyssa.
By the way, no one warned me on this.
Well, okay, wait, we actually have to...
Neither did I. I had no idea what we were doing.
I didn't warn myself because I just made it up.
Okay, perfect.
So
very good.
I also think we have to clear the record. Alyssa is okay. She's no longer concussed.
I am no longer concussed.
Okay, straight to camera, please.
Yes, I am no longer concussed. In fact, I got passed earlier today.
Clean bill of health.
I am out of all medical leave. I'm good. Yes.
And so this was your second concussion this year.
This was your third.
Third.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes. It was her third.
And people...
Well, in my defense,
Alyssa.
what's a year? Like in this year,
my God,
in 2026, just the one.
You know what?
But
thank you. What's the body count?
But in 12 months, you're talking about?
That's about 3. Yeah.
And you know what? The research isn't in yet on whether or not that's bad. So we're gonna
no one has been proven.
But it is bad. We know that it's bad.
Well, actually, I found out after I got the third that if I was in school, I would no longer be allowed to play sports.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like kids, if they get 3 concussions, are like not allowed to play.
Oh, because it's
organized sports.
What is it?
I don't know, like
CBT or something? No, that's cock and ball
CTE.
torture. CTE. I said
not related. Not related.
Not the same.
Yeah.
NFL and all their CBT issues.
CTE. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm hoping I don't have that, but we don't know. Yeah.
Why? What is happening?
Right.
That you are getting concussed.
Okay. In my defense, from what I understand,
Alyssa's always... Whenever she tells you a story, she prefaces it by saying, in my defense.
Right.
Continue.
So apparently once you get hit, you can get hit more easily after that. Yeah. That's one.
Because you're like dizzy and falling into things?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yes, maybe.
You're
but
more
also
susceptible.
like they say that like your symptoms kind of like settle and then get like revamped. Once
So like
it
if you
gets
get jostled on a...
And like I'm no doctor. I want to make that very clear.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what I'm talking about, but this is what I've been told.
Oh,
Okay.
This is what the
Yeah.
rumor is. Okay. So the first one was like an honest mistake where I was getting in a cab and hit my head. The second one was my depth perception was genuinely off and I hit my head on the counter. It had been like 8 months since then. And this time was because in my apartment in Miami, the door is normally open. My mother is afraid of getting locked on the balcony. And so, because she has very irrational fears.
I'm sorry.
Has she ever been locked on the balcony?
No, she is not.
Is it possible to get locked out?
No, it is not. In fact, the door doesn't lock. So, yes. But she is
I'm
not,
sorry.
she's
That's
very
so
much
funny.
a very strong rule. You cannot close the door. I had a friend.
So the door is open. Sorry, I'm sorry. Is the door open constantly?
Only when you're on the balcony. So if you're on the balcony, the door needs to stay open.
Okay.
I had a friend who was visiting. She closed the door because she thought that
She
was the
didn't know
nice
about
thing
the
to
rules.
do. I was like, oh, I'll go get something. And I like went and then smacked right into the door thinking it was open.
There are a lot of videos like this,
Yeah.
like with fail videos.
Yeah, luckily there
online,
was no one
yeah.
filming, but it was in front of a group of people I'm not thrilled about.
'cause I wasn't there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I would have sued her somehow.
Okay,
Exactly,
and so
yeah.
we found out about this. You were driving when you told me.
Where was I driving? Why was I
In
driving?
Miami.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I made you pull over as your lawyer.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
But you're feeling better now.
Oh, I was in Denver. I was not in Miami. I was in Denver.
She's always somewhere.
Sorry.
She was somewhere.
It's like, when was that? Oh, yes.
And
okay.
let me tell you something. We took a break to reset for this segment. Alyssa was booking a flight in our green room. She was booking
She
a
was
flight
doing it on her phone.
in the green room.
Yeah.
So
Where are you going?
I'm going to Palm Beach.
Okay.
For the Lizzie McGuire concert. I mean, I'm sorry. Are you guys not going to be there? I assumed you're going to be there.
Sorry,
Yeah.
actually.
Wait, so Lizzie McGuire as in Miley, what's her name?
Oh, no, her name is Hilary Duff. That's right. I forgot. I'm very much
Sorry.
I'm very much a millennial. I forgot her name.
And I'm
was
very
really
much
Hilary
Gen
Duff.
X and don't give a shit about any
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this.
fair.
Reprising her role as Lizzie McGuire in the concert.
Wait, who? Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff.
Who was
yes.
Miley Cyrus?
Hannah Montana. See,
Montana.
that even was
Yeah.
past my time.
Okay.
I feel like. Yes.
Same, yeah.
Yeah,
we're
I
the
didn't
same
really
year.
watch that, but I did watch Lizzie McGuire.
KP watched Hannah Montana. Is that more the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, KP's
Yeah.
generation.
That's
Yeah,
her time.
She's 25. That's about right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
okay,
10,
exactly.
15 years younger
Okay.
than
Yes.
us was Hannah.
Yeah,
Okay. And so you just got back from Venice.
I did.
Okay, give us the full
And
review.
Slovenia and Croatia, which I was there for 2 weeks.
How was Croatia?
Croatia was amazing.
I really
it
wanna
was a spa for 2 days, which I really needed because the first few days was my friend's wedding in Venice, and then the second 2 days was spa, and then we went to Slovenia.
Were there cute boys at a wedding in Italy? Were there
There
like
were
cute,
so many.
cute Italian men?
Yes,
Oh,
like
I
the
love
TSA
that.
agents are gorgeous. Like
Have you ever-
everyone in
She
Italy
opted for a
is.
pat down.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
you ever
yeah.
seen, sometimes they'll show you like the hot priests in the Vatican?
I have that calendar.
Oh my
There's
God,
a
that's
hot
not
priest
a
calendar.
thing. That's not a thing.
I'm going to get you one for
Okay,
your birthday
I would love
because I
that.
missed your birthday.
Yeah,
But like,
yes.
no. But have you seen the hot priests in
Yeah.
in the Vatican? I mean, these are beautiful.
They're like real priests, though.
yes, no,
okay.
they're real priests.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well,
Seems like an interesting.
I mean, everyone needs
job.
a reason to find God.
Fair.
So, like,
Yeah.
if that's your reason,
I mean,
let
yeah.
it be the reason.
Always give
Catholics
me a
can't-
reason.
Catholics can't be too choosy anymore. So
Did you meet any nice boys at the
I
wedding?
did not.
No.
Well, part of it is because I feel like I knew everybody there. It was a very close friend of mine, and I
Okay.
feel like I knew everybody. So I'd already kind of like X'd them all.
Gone
in some
through.
ways. Not gone through. Make that clear. No one there I had ever hooked up with, but I will say
you had looked at it and checked crossed people off the list.
I'd opted out.
She'd assessed the situation.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd opted out.
And also, when you're entering a small community like that, you do one thing with
Yes.
one person.
Yeah. You cannot go twice. Like that's
Yeah.
yes.
No repeats.
No repeats.
No double dipping.
And in my defense, I do say that a lot. I'm now realizing
No double dipping,
I
no
have not
single-
done any. I haven't even dipped. So
Not even a single dip.
not even a single dip.
She's fasting. She hadn't even dipped that crudité
Exactly.
once.
Yeah.
Okay. And so after that wedding, you needed the break and you had to go to the spa.
Well, I had to go to the spa. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were in Croatia.
Mhm.
I think I slept for 4 hours in the middle of the day, which was
Oh, that's nice.
glorious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do
This is what my new thing in old age is that I love sleep, which is great. I don't know how old, it doesn't matter how old I am, and then afterwards we went to Slovenia, which was amazing.
What was that like?
So I have never heard of anyone who had been. It was gorgeous.
It's very niche. It's niche Instagram girly. I'm in Slovenia. Get ready with me to go
Come with me.
Is that a thing?
I mean, I think it is now. You're really...
Oh my God, I'm making it a thing.
Everyone's going to be going to Slovenia this summer.
Yeah.
It's hot girl summer.
Yes.
It's gonna...
So I went, Ljubljana is the town, and it like the main town. And that was like the cutest little town. Their whole thing is it's like a dragon town that like, they say that there's a dragon that lives under the city that like wanted girl. I don't know exactly this. I'm not going to pretend that. I think that's a legend. I don't know if that's actually true.
In the comments, correct us if it's true. Let us know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I didn't meet the dragon, but I was getting in trouble for saying this. I was like, it looks like it belonged in Epcot. I think Epcot looked like it belonged in Ljubljana.
Was it giving like Game of Thrones?
It was giving like Game of Thrones fairy tale land.
Got you.
Like I feel like everything in Epcot was trying to look like Ljubljana. Is what I'm saying.
At the Eiffel Tower, she's like, this looks like it belongs in Vegas.
Yeah. Like exactly. Okay.
I feel like people of Slovenia will not like to hear.
No, I know. And I should probably
your
not say that.
Your medieval town would look great in Florida.
But what I meant more is
where the
that
castles are built out of foam.
Exactly.
And fiberglass.
I mean, if you told me that was true, I'd believe it. No, it was the most like iconic town. Mm-hmm. People were like, oh yeah, like it's a smaller town. You don't have to spend too much time. And I was annoyed that we didn't have more time. I felt like we should have had, like we were thinking just a night out would be fine. And I could have spent like a week there. It was really, really cool.
What's the hot girl summer drink in Slovenia? Is it like...
I honestly have no idea.
What was like the cocktail that you had? Because I know every country has like a thing.
It
like
does,
in Copenhagen, it's aquavit.
Was really drinking a lot of champagne, I feel like. Okay. So like when in Europe, why not?
You do,
yeah. And they're so much cheaper
it's so
there.
much more.
So I
accessible.
And also after the wedding, I will say I was slowing down a little bit, which was helpful. But
not
then, I know. It was out of character. No, and then we went to Lake Bled, which was like the most amazing town, like looked Game of Thrones again, like beautiful.
Okay.
And there was this man who was like sitting on the side of the path, I would say, and we was selling these like beautiful paintings for like €4. Did
you get one?
Of course. I got like 5 because
Alyssa can never just do the one thing.
Yes, fair, but €4. This man was very talented.
He could be the next
he
Banksy.
Deserved a little bit more. Plus the fact that when it was a couple of my friends, he was like, when we were buying it, he turned it over and painted like right then and there. A painting of each of us. Like each of us got one, it was like Alyssa and friends, like a picture of me.
Lovely.
And he was asking,
really nice.
It was so nice. And we were asking him questions like, why are you only charging €4? He's like, because I like live my life. He is like a full blown person that like now was just like going to town and lived 7 kilometers away, was painting people. It was the most beautiful setting of this like man who was just, so it was amazing. So now that's going to go in my apartment. Whenever you come over, you will see it.
Okay. So when we come to the,
when you come to
every time I go to Alyssa's house, I'm on Plant Care.
Yeah.
Plant
you
Watch
are.
2020.
Which by the way, they're not doing great. You need
so
to come over.
Monstera?
Yes.
How's the Monstera? Because the last time, didn't you like, he like pruned it.
She put me to work. I was wearing gloves and everything. Yeah. And she had me resetting up all the plants.
Somehow.
Yeah.
I don't even know where those sticks, they're still there. I don't know where they came from.
It's a climber. That's the thing about a monster. It likes to climb.
Yes, that's him. That's him.
Wow.
How did you find that?
CJ's a wizard.
CJ.
What?
And so did your friends also get one?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, you just found the guy?
He's really good.
Wow.
CJ's great.
Oh my God. Well, what is his name? I want to like tell his work.
Bobby, B-O-B-I.
Bobby, that's his name. Oh my God.
If you have a lost relative, let us know. CJ
we'll put CJ on the case.
I can't believe he just found him. Yes, it was Bobby. But if you're in Slovenia, in Lake Bled, look for Bobby. He is amazing. I'm going to give him a plug. Yeah.
Well, now they're gonna shoot up from €4 to 10.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to. The next people came over and we were like, it's 10, and he was like, no, it's 4. I'm like, dude,
Bobby.
It's 10.
Yeah.
It's 10. Yeah.
But isn't that like, think about that though. Like this man who's super talented, he just wants to share his art. So he's making it accessible as possible. And we as American people are such disgusting capitalists. We're like, you're not charging enough.
You should charge more.
You should charge more.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I have healthcare. It's fine.
Exactly. Literally. Yeah. Do not need the money in any way. So I bought 4, obviously. Of course. Yes. My mother, in fact, got one for Mother's Day this morning. So she's very excited. We will see.
So you this was like a big bonding trip for you and your friends.
Yes.
How many people?
That part of the trip was 3 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so have you ever done other things with your friends that was like really bonding as a group?
I don't know. Piercings or tattoos or anything like that.
Oh my God, I did that with Mélissa.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We did get piercings together. That's so funny.
Wait, I think I was there.
You were?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched you get your nose pierced.
It was your nose, wasn't it?
It was my nose because I had to get it re-pierced because it closed during the pandemic. It popped out and then whatever. I had to get it redone.
Okay, so here's my favorite part about that. We went to a random tattoo place for that. Which, by the way, why did we do that?
But then the next time we went to Maria Tosh.
No, we did.
Right.
Maria
Tosh
was way better.
The first time it was like this shitty place.
Right.
Yeah.
So that place, I remember I did it and I like jolted or something. Not by much. And I was like,
and the guy got mad at you.
And he got really mad. And he was like, if you had moved any more, I would have like taken your ear off.
Right, but you're so lucky I'm so good.
You're so lucky I'm so good at this.
That's right. I remember.
Right.
He was like a douchey guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when we went to Maria Tosh, they were like, we do this to babies. Like, that is not true. That you like could have moved a little bit. Right. And you were like, this guy was trying to make himself look bad.
I know.
Which is why from now, ever since then, I will never go anywhere for any of that
but
stuff.
Maria Tosh. It was a good experience at Maria Tosh.
Something that's like
legit.
Real. Yeah.
Because we went to this place and it literally, he
was like in this, like we did no research.
Right.
Like
we just
Bleecker.
It was on Bleecker, went down these rickety steps.
Yeah, it was like not good. We were all like, yep, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're in.
At
we're
lunch.
Totally
We did it at lunch.
Yeah, in the middle of our lunch. Yeah, in a lunch break.
And I followed you to just blindly.
To be there for the experience.
Be there.
So yes, I've bonded over a trip to a piercing place.
With me.
Yes.
But did you ever bond with a bunch of people and get like matching tattoos?
Oh, are you trying to hit at something? I see what's going on.
Hint at something. Literally.
Oh, now I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now I know what story you're trying to get me to tell. Okay, so I was in Porto. I had a friend from Australia. I had a friend from London. Obviously I'm from the US. We were all together in Porto and we decided this is so cool. We all live in different parts of the world. Like, we're going to do this every year. We're going to make sure we do a trip every single year. And we're going to make it so that we get a line for every place that we go to.
And so you were dead sober when you made this
Totally
decision.
sober.
Right.
Absolutely no alcohol involved.
That
yes,
you were drunk
for sure.
during this decision.
Porto, which is not known for wine at all.
Not a wine
Famously
region
not a wine
of
place.
Portugal.
Yes. And so we went to a place they did not speak English. I had to call my friend who was Portuguese. And he was like, this man does not understand. He thinks all you're asking for is a line. And I was like, no, that's what we're asking for.
That's exactly what we're asking for.
Like, yes. So we got on the back of our neck and we were like, this is such a great idea. And then the next day, not the next day, we were really still into it the next day. And then like a month or two later, it was like occurred to all of us, like there are 2 ways this goes. One is we get the one line and never again.
Yeah.
Or we do this and we keep it up and we have a barcode on the back of our So there's no way this wins. And so what ends up happening, of course, is that we did it the one time, never again.
So first
right. Yes.
When did you realize this was maybe a mistake?
Like longer than it should have been. Like about a month and a half, 2 months later. When people started like making comments, like
like us.
Like,
what is that? Well, so Alyssa comes back and she was just like, well, I did this thing. And I was like, all right, let me see it. Like, what is it? And then she shows it to me and I was like, why did you do this? And she was like, because I promised that I would. So I couldn't.
Yeah.
And you were like,
I'm a loyal friend. Yes.
We did say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did say that about
friend.
you. Like, if Alyssa says she's going to do something,
I'll do it. Yeah.
She'll do it.
Yeah.
No matter how stupid it is. No matter how much in the end she decides that she doesn't really want to do it, but she said she would, so she's going to.
Who was it? Somebody, in fact, I think it was one of you, but somebody came up with like a new story that I thought was much better. And I started telling this story, but like I would always end up not telling the true story every time, so it defeated the purpose, was that like when you die, it's like the year that you were born and the year that you die, and there's a line in between. And it's the line, I got the line in between. And I was like, that's so beautiful.
That sounds like something a drunk person made up.
Yeah, but that's like the story I'm going to tell everyone, but never once have I stuck to that one story.
Well, but the other thing about when the dash, there's supposed to be dates between the dash and there's no date.
No, the dash in between.
Where's your birth date though?
But where's the date?
Oh, I see. I should have had. No, I'm not going to do that because then I have to put the death date on it.
Right. But so I don't know who told you this to do this. This is the most ridiculous thing because the whole thing of
I want to say it was one of you.
It wasn't me.
I think
it was not me.
I think you told us this.
Oh, I might have. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I did not come up with this.
You made it up.
I'm not that clever.
But the only way to do it, if it makes sense, is that you 19 whatever dash and then the end date. And the thing about that also is that you have to die.
Getting tattoos posthumously.
Yes.
No, I'm not doing that. That's what I mean. This whole plan is flawed.
Okay, but I did not tell you to do
this.
I did not tell you to do this.
We'll put it in your will. Please finish the tattoo before burial.
Totally random thing about people in their wills. But the woman who does my hair, shout out to Lorraine, in her will, she has it that not to straighten her hair.
Oh, that's a smart
that's
move.
Great.
Yeah,
that's
because
smart.
she's like really worried that somebody might get overzealous and decide that her hair needs doing.
Yeah. Well, people do get like I've seen it at funerals where people, I'm like, that is not the same person. Who did that?
Who did that person's hair?
Yeah.
People are frying their hair with the flat iron.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Just people in general. I notice it now, and it's because of Mélissa.
Yeah.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
And once you said it, I can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it.
Now, every time I see and I'm looking.
The frizz at the root, you can't get rid of the frizz at the root.
No, you know what it is? It's also like the little curl things that like end up, you can never get rid of that.
And there's always one little, I met a celebrity, I'll tell you who it was after.
Yeah.
One chunk in the back.
See, exactly.
That you miss.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's still curly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what used to happen like in high school. We would all use like really cheap flat irons and our hair looked fried.
Yeah.
And I stopped doing it. That's why I'm wearing my hair natural today. It's like my new thing is to not do as much.
Great. It looks really great. Do you have any product in there?
I do with JVN Air Cream.
Okay.
That is my favorite now.
It's nice. It's got like texture
it's got like a little bit of something.
I mean, I'll bet you if you went to Lorraine, she would like wavy you up. She's always saying that.
How do you wavy me up?
She'll know. Lorraine.
Yeah. Call me. I don't know where.
She'll find your number.
She's in Tribeca.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Oh my God, I'll go. Okay.
Totally.
I'm bald. I went with Mélissa. I went with Mélissa.
Went with me.
I sat there and hung out. We yapped.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, she's fun. Okay, I'll come.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I want to go.
Put me in her.
Come.
I feel left out.
Well, then we'll do piercings
She's
afterwards.
the one who put me in the book, remember?
I want to get a septum piercing. Wouldn't that be cool?
God, I'm going to come. I have a perfect place on Bleecker Street. You should
No, not down the stairs on Bleecker.
But wait, you had said to, you asked Brad.
And he said no. I'm not allowed.
I'm going to be honest. I'm with Brad on this. I would do it for the story. I think it's funny.
I'll get it and then we'll take it out.
What? That's not fun.
Or I'll do it for a couple photos and then we'll take it out.
Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah.
We'll do it for the Instagram story.
A lot of pain. So you see how
a lot of pain, really?
I mean, I assume.
I actually heard that the septum is less painful than the nostril because the nostril was fucking painful.
Was it?
I think a nostril.
No, but it's
really
like a cartilage versus not.
No,
I feel like I felt it go through every layer.
And I watched it go through it. I was there.
I know I was there.
Yeah.
We were all there.
Were we all in the same room?
Yes.
I don't know. I must have been drunk.
Yeah.
No.
Why did we go? You went
lunch on a
twice. Like,
Tuesday.
why did we go to Maria Tosh afterwards? You had to redo it?
I had to redo it.
Oh, interesting.
I did
you
it
took
the
it out
first
and it
time.
closed?
It fell out during the pandemic, and then nobody was doing stuff close to the face, so I had to wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of the pandemic, can we pull up the photo again of Alyssa's air conditioner?
Oh my God.
What happened? What happened during the pandemic to Alyssa's air conditioner?
That was not during the pandemic.
Yes, it was because we were all on Zoom.
Yeah.
And we FaceTimed you because your air conditioner exploded.
And I think
Do you know I never found out. I never knew what this was. Like, I think it was something like this place, by the way, I'm pretty sure is illegal. I had no heat for 2 years I lived there.
That's
I had
illegal. That's very illegal.
100%. And I like went to them and asked about it, and they were like, we'll get to it. Then, of course, 2 years later, we're still not getting to it. And then they had this whole thing happen. And I was like, what went wrong? And they were like, I don't know. And then I never heard back.
Yeah. What street were you living on?
Christopher.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah. It was a terrible apartment.
It was a terrible apartment.
Really bad apartment.
I also remember that I was on the phone with my dad, I think, and I was coming in, and I was on the phone with him, and there's a woman who was going in, and she was like, "Isn't it amazing that we can get into our building and into our apartments just using a credit card? You don't need a key. You don't need to use your key." And my dad overhears this, and he is like, "You need to get out of that apartment immediately."
That is so dangerous.
Yes, and she was bragging about it.
No, she was excited.
She was excited that I never bring my key. Isn't this amazing? And I was like, shut up, don't say this. Yeah. And then my dad was like, yep, and we're moving.
We're moving. So, good job, Dad.
Yeah. So I moved to Brooklyn soon after that. But he literally was like, it keeps me up at night now knowing that my daughter is so unsafe. It was a problem. Yeah.
Do you want to read our DMs for us? Do you want to read some reviews, all the things people send us?
To.
Okay. All right.
Is it negative?
Yeah, a lot. It's all negative. Yeah, no one's ever sending us positive stuff.
The negative ones are really interesting.
Oh, okay.
This is Tales from the DMs. These are all the wild things y'all send us on the internet. So we're going to get into it with Alyssa.
Yay!
Extra special guest reader.
Okay. While I am too angry and tired to write an eloquent email, I still wanted to reach out to seek both of your guidance, advice, input regarding a truly shocking situation involving the school board in my hometown. The board has banned Mother of a Revolution from being performed at the upcoming Spring Wind Symphony performance, stating it's indoctrinating students. This from a school that has had us singing religious songs in a church every Christmas. I myself was cast as a lady of the night in Les Miserables, my shining moment online, only line in play, making money in your sleep. So proud. The instructor has followed the school board's guidelines from the start, but regardless, they now have banned it a week prior. Is this legal? How can I, as a community member, help fight back? I include the full meeting here.
Walk out. Walk out, do a sit-in, protest. That's my advice. That's what I would do.
You would, for a spring show, you would actually do that? Okay.
Mother of a Revolution was composed by Omar Thomas for contemporary wind ensembles, does not have lyrics. So it's not even...
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
And it's about, it has to do with trans LGBT issues. It's like a celebration of bravery of trans women.
But it has no lyrics?
Exactly. Yeah. So what's the big deal? How is that indoctrination?
How would they even know what it was about unless you actually did the research?
Exactly. Right. So it's it's not like preaching to the children. It's a wind ensemble.
Yeah.
It's so that is so stupid.
So you really would take it to the next level?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. When I was in the 5th grade, I staged a protest.
For what?
They closed the playground. I'm not kidding. And I alerted the press and they came.
Oh, wow.
My parents were called.
Yeah,
they had a meeting with the superintendent.
About you?
Don't fuck with me even in the 5th grade.
Yeah, fair.
Keep swinging, bitches. You can't hit me.
Wait, but she asked, is this legal? Is it legal?
I mean, if the school board decided, yeah.
Okay, and then she says, how can I, as a community member, help fight back? That's
fight back.
Yeah.
Fight back. Walk out. I think there was a walkout, a similar situation this week.
Oh, wow.
Of a song that was, I guess there's a lot of trans orchestra music happening lately. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is the same situation.
Maybe, yeah.
But they also, all the kids walked out.
Oh, I love that.
That made headline.
Yeah, I love. I love
kids
that.
teaching adults a lesson.
Yes.
I love bringing back Peter Pan all of a sudden. Anyway, more reviews.
Okay, please. I can't either. The incessant giggling so tiring. Are you constantly giggling?
I mean, I'm sorry. We have a good time and we like each other.
God forbid we experience joy.
Is there happiness here? That's not okay. That's a problem.
This review. I hate expressions of joy.
Maybe that's something to look internal. Okay. The next one. Could not get through the first one I tried. Car buying. She repeats her privileged status and he brags about blowing through money.
Okay, let me just say something about that. This is me, right?
Yeah.
So I think we were talking about...
I'm dead. I don't remember.
I do remember. I think it was how are you? What happened to you this weekend? And I said, I have a bone to pick with the car industry, right?
Right.
And I said that I'm going to complain about something, but I know I'm privileged. I know that it's privileged.
Yes.
And my problem that day was I had gone to buy a car and I could not understand why it took all fucking day. Right. And what I wanted to make clear was like, yes, while I was annoyed at how long it took, I also understood that I was lucky to be in the position.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. This apparently pissed this person up. I'm fucking sorry.
Okay. But I think that's like, that there's always somebody worse off. Like there's like that saying that people say when like ever you have any, like you're not allowed to have any complaints, anything bad in your life if you are in a position of privilege, which is obviously not true.
Right.
You can also be aware that there are people who are in a worse scenario and still be uncomfortable.
That was the point that I was trying to make.
Yes.
I'm sorry if you were so offended by it.
Yes. Especially if you started with, I know I'm coming from a place of privilege. Yes.
And whatever that pissed this person off more than anything else.
Yes. I mean, I don't have a car, but it's fine.
Yeah,
while we have you on the show and we're doing reviews.
Oh my God, is there a negative of me?
I'd like to leave a review of the three of us in our friendship.
Oh my God.
And I have it memorialized in a text message. This
is this when you sent me a cease and desist?
No. Oh, I did send you a cease and desist.
A real one.
Oh, we'll pull that up. The cease and desist.
I have it.
Alyssa.
Oh, I still have it. Yeah.
Okay. It was basically, she took me to a sample sale and dragged me there. Okay. And I was like, I don't really want to go, but you were like, I promise there's men's clothing.
Oh, right. And there was
nothing. All the way there and it was all women's clothing. And I sent you a cease and desist.
You said, and you said something about that I owed you Skittles for life or something?
Yeah. Where are they?
Yeah. No, I'm any minute.
Skittles?
I'll eat anything. We established this earlier.
Skittles?
It was a full-blown cease and desist. I kept it.
I notarized it.
Yeah, it was notarized.
You notarized it.
I think I was wasn't I the witness to it?
Yeah. Okay, so this is from 2019.
Oh my God.
The three of us were attempting
to
go somewhere and do something. And some of us were upstairs, some of us were downstairs, and we're trying to just coordinate getting out, literally out the door of someone's apartment.
Okay.
Text from Mélissa. This is on group chat. Alyssa Meyer says, downstairs, coming up. Melissa Malebranche says, how are you getting there? Alyssa says, with you. Mélissa says, okay, I'm coming up. Alyssa says, we'll come down now. Alyssa says, I'm down. Mélissa says, OMG. The two of you are going up and down in the elevator trying to find each other. I
don't remember, but I'm sure it happened.
And you're both on your phones like this,
very annoyed with each other too.
Do you remember this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Texting each other. You're probably in the same elevator car. I'm on my way up. I'm coming down. I just got on. I just got off.
Well, what I think is funny is like my anger is so predictable. I get so pissed off, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck the both of you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Especially because it's so easy for me to cancel plans and be like, I don't want to do this. I'm not coming.
Well, I have the number of times I've tried to see a Broadway show with you and you're like, is it past 5 o'clock? Yes, every Broadway show is past 5 o'clock.
The Wednesday matinee for her.
No, it's some of them, like, I don't like it when they start at 8.
Yeah, it's like a really big point of contention. Like, you won't see the show if it's...
Well, I have to tell you what's really interesting is like, I think at least once... I've given my ticket away, a ticket that I've paid for.
Yeah. Because I'm like, you found out that it was at 8
too
o'clock.
late. I'm not doing this. And because immediately I start thinking about what time am I going to get out?
Yeah.
I got to take the train. By the time I get home, you know what? Never mind. You go have a good time.
Yeah. No, I think I might have been at that show. You gave your ticket away. I'm pretty sure I had to bring somebody else with me.
I want to read this. I want to read this because I think it's really, really funny. I do love both these people. They're so smart and funny. The 3 stars, they gave us 3 stars, by the way. The 3 stars is because it's so uncomfortable to listen to. As a white dude, Michael clearly has a lot more power and privilege in the world. Acknowledge. But in the friendship, it's all Mélissa.
That's true.
I'm not sure she actually likes Michael. And it seems like Michael is full of nervous laughter waiting to be dragged by her.
I am.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I will say
That's beautiful. That is beautifully. Thank you so. What an empath.
No, really.
That
And
is
like just
really-
beautifully surmised.
because you're the victim in the situation.
Thank
You
you.
love that.
Finally,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, but here's the thing. One of the best things about you is all of your one-liners that I've used to take notes on. Do you remember?
Go,
that I used
go.
Okay, go kick rocks.
No, kick rocks, no socks.
Kick rocks, no socks. You are welcome, wanted, and invited.
I say that all the time.
Yes. What was it?
Behind
Something
God's
about
back.
behind God's back.
Mm-hmm.
When God was a child.
When God was, I've been around since God was a child.
Yep.
Something about lipstick, like when you pack your lipstick or something. I have them all written down.
Mother has lived.
Mother has lived.
Because Mother has lived. I have seen some shit. Yeah.
That happens. Yeah, that happens behind God's back. Is my favorite.
Or like when something is far away, I'm like, I don't want to go there, and you're like, why? Well, it's behind God's back. I'm not going.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up. Do you have anything you want to plug? Anyone?
Yeah, Bobby in Slovenia.
Bobby in Slovenia. All right.
Shout out to Bobby.
Bobby
yes.
in Slovenia, watch out. You're about to get a surge of activity.
He's the Lake Bled, Bobby in Slovenia.
A lot of people who give us 3 stars are going to be listening and
Yes.
wanting to get their portraits painted.
Yes,
Okay.
€4. It might have gone up and since then.
Lead us out. Tell everyone that the show's over and that they should have a great week.
Have a great week. The show is now over. Time to find the next episode.
We'll see you in court. Thank you for joining us on Brief Recess, everyone.
Alyssa.
Bye.
Bye.